became famous with the Gita. He's explaining that the characteristics of a devotee, one who is trying to become a devotee, what is the right thing for him is that devotee, he shouldn't be too much dejected or detached from this world. So, what is that? Nirvinne na asakti. So, you shouldn't be too much detached from this material world. Neither he should too much attached also. So, too much detachment, what happens is people might become fanatical. When they, for example, a Mataji went. This is a story, real incident happened in USA. One Mataji went to the temple, another ISKCON temple, and she wanted to see the temple president. So there was a brahmachari. Is sitting there, he's doing chanting, japa. And then the Mataji went to that brahmachari and asked, Prabhuji, can you please show me where is the location, address for president's, temple president's room? And this brahmachari said, Mataji, you should understand, I'm a brahmachari and I don't talk to any Matajis. And so he's fanatical. That he is so fanatical, he wears everything orange. Orange shirt, orange dhoti, orange socks, orange beads, everything orange. So other than orange, he doesn't use anything. So much fanatical. And he is saying that, Mataji, aapko pata nahi kya? You don't know, I don't speak to Matajis, like that he was saying. The Mataji said, that's okay. Anyway, you are speaking to me. Abhi to baat kar rahe na. Just at least show me a direction, where is the room, then I'll go there. So, like that. So, once if someone is too much detached, or trying to detach themselves too much from something, disgusted with the material world, then they become fanatical. Also, sometimes when in the Gurukul, when Gurukul started, there were small boys, so all the young boys are going to Gurukul. So they asked Prabhupada, how many chapatis we should give to the boys? Prabhupada said, they are small boys, 5 years, 6 years boys. You can give them 2 or 3, like that. And then a couple of years passed away and the kids have grown up. Now they have become 10. And they are asking for more chapatis because they have become big, they want more. They are asking for more chapatis. And then the people who are serving us said, no, Prabhupada said 2 to 3 chapatis only. So you have to, that is called becoming fanatical. Similarly, so this is developing detachment, too much detachment. And also there is a danger becoming too much attached also. Too much attached, so you attach so much to your family and everything. Actually, as a devotee, we should be attached to Krishna, so much so that a boyfriend or a girlfriend is attached to their boyfriend or girlfriend, like that. You all remember in the colleges when somebody someone is trying to follow or some impress somebody. Whole day, wherever he goes to ask his friends only one thing: why kya? कैसा है वो? गुना में आया, गाड़ी में आया, किसने ड्रॉप किया? Did she go from here? इधर से गई क्या? उधर से गई क्या? कुछ बात भी नहीं है तो still he wants to talk about her only. अरे कुछ बोलो ना, क्या गलती से someone is उनका neighbor ऐसा कुछ है तो वो तो मर ही गया. He will go and ask, okay, what does she do? So this is attachment, but we have to actually develop the opposite, similar kind of attachment. We need to actually develop to Krishna. Actually, this example is given by Sukadeva Goswami in Srimad Bhagavad, and you might think, oh, this is very mundane example. Now this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and then, but Sukadeva Goswami himself says that is the best example I can give you, so that you can understand. So for us, so that's how a devotee should be. It shouldn't be too much detached and also not too much attached. So let's start. I think we have seen all these slides. We spoke about Grihastha, and then we also spoke that Bhagavad Gita is not a retirement program. Spiritual life doesn't mean giving up everything. Acha nahi hai. And then we also spoke about Guru, who is a Guru. Mataji, Golak ke liye So this we have seen all this, and Prabhupada is a classic example for that. And then of course practical application of Bhagavad Gita, we have seen 4 do's: associating with the devotees, reading Prabhupada books, chanting Mahamantra on the beads, singing, and also having Krishna Prasadam. And 4 don'ts: no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. That's fine.
The short form is ABCD. For
ABCD?
do's. For do's.
For do's: association, books,
Reading, chanting, devotional service.
Yeah, okay, very good.
So I remember like that.
Thank you, man. And then this is setting up altar at home. So this is the basic setup. So have one place for God, and then have basic minimum thing is have Gaurnitai deities, and then Guru Parampara. So Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And you can also have Jagannath Das Babaji. So that's all, Guru Parampara and Gaur Nitai. And then you can have Laddu Gopal as well. No, we normally have Laddu Gopal. But it is said that, you cannot approach Krishna directly. You have to approach Krishna through Guru Parampara. So that's why when we do like before last week, Mataji has done Chepan Bhog. And then, so when we are offering, we don't directly say Namo Mahavadanya Krishna Prema or Namo Brahmanya Deva Go Brahma. So first we will read Guru Mantra. First we will read our spiritual master, and then we read Prabhupada Guru Mantra. So what is happening is, we are reciting their mantra, and then we are requesting them, Hare Krishna Bhojit. We are requesting them, we are handing over these things to them. And then our Guru Maharaj will give this to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will give this to the Guru Parampara, and Guru Parampara will give this to Gaur Nitai, and Gaur Nitai will give to Radha Vallabha. So like that. So that is the chain. So that's why. So you understood that point. No? So when we offer and when we are reciting Guru Mantra, it doesn't mean that we are offering to Guru for Guru to have it. The Guru is only accepting our offering and then is carrying forward. And ultimately through the parampara it's going to reach. So that is offering Bhoga. And then the best thing is you don't even need to have deities, you can have pictures, photographs. So just our temple photographs, there are so many photos available, so you can download and you can print, so nice photos. And then you can start, if you don't know how to offer, you can start at least from just giving some water. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati. So offer me with devotion a fruit or a flower or some water, Toyam, and then I'm happy. So you just start offering like that, and then slowly you can start, offering foods, then milk, breakfast, then whatever you cook. One advantage, what happens is when you offer to Krishna, of course, there is Bhagavad Gita says that whatever is prasadam, it's free of karma. So all the karma goes away. Otherwise, Krishna says that whatever you eat, you actually get karma. Because for that food to go into your mouth, there's so many, you are actually killing so many living which, beings which we cannot see also. So that Krishna says, when you offer it to me, the sins, I take away the sins. So that is one thing. And also when you are actually in the mood that you are cooking for Krishna, then naturally you try to keep it clean. You would actually take a bath and then do the cooking. And then you offer in the mood that, oh, I should make something nice for Krishna. So that even though you are busy or you don't have time or you don't have mood, still you actually cook it with that consciousness. And also the beautiful best thing is once you offer it and you take and have the remnants, then the taste also improves. Actually, the I don't know if I told you this story or not. Sri Rangam temple, as I told. There is one of our devotee went to the Sri Rangam temple and then he saw one pujari. He's reciting Shikshastakam prayers. So all the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 8 verses. And then one of our devotee, he went and asked him, please tell me about your background, what you do and all that. And then he told him that I used to be a communist. So in Kerala, even today, communism is the ruling party. So Kerala is famous for communists. So he said, I used to be a communist. And then one day what happened is we all had a plan. We wanted to start a procession. What is that? Rasta Roko or so many things they do in India, isn't it? So they all planned, all the communist leaders, they thought, okay, we'll do a procession today. And what is the starting point? The temple, Sri Rangan temple main entrance. That's what they thought. So this Prabhuji, this person, he went there. He's a communist. He's waiting. So his comrades did not come. So he's waiting. And then the temple pujari, who happened to be his uncle, he came out and he saw. And he said, oh, man, like that he said. I said, no, what should I do? Come, I don't believe in God anyway. So I said, no, don't worry, but have some prasadam. What is the prasadam? He said, pongal, sweet pongal, amazing. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been so many years that I have not had rice or pongal or anything to do with rice. The moment I take it, I get severe acidity and vomiting and so many things. He gave a big list. So I stopped eating rice, doctors, whatever. And this uncle said, no, but you're talking about normal rice. But this is not normal rice. This is prasadam. Come and take it. Then you will see. And he said, okay, let me try. And then he also felt, he got some attraction for it. So they say that, no, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave. Swalpa Punya Ratan Rajan Vishwaso Naivijayate. So Mahaprasad, Govind Mahaprasadam, faith in Mahaprasadam. That Govinda, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane. The Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, one will not get this faith unless he has some sukruti. So he said, okay, I'll take it. And then he had it. So he gave one plate and he had it. And then he was expecting now the world is going to finish, that is going to happen, this is going to happen, and nothing happened and he was perfectly fine. He was shocked. Oh my God, after so many years, I'm eating and nothing happened. This is a miracle, he thought. Then next day also he went. Mama, please, there is no miracle. So it became a regular thing for him. And then suddenly one day, we are all brilliant people, One day he thought, why should I go all the way to the temple? I'll ask him what is the recipe and I'll make it at home. And then he asked, what is the recipe? And then his uncle said, no, I'll give you the recipe, but then it's not going to work for you. So no, just give me the recipe. He gave the recipe. He made it. He had it. Again, all the problems started. Said, "Oh, what is this?" And then again he went to the temple, he had pressure, nothing happened. Then he realized, oh my God, this is something amazing. And then he became a devotee. So that's how, from a communist, he became a Vaishnava, devotee. So that is the power of prasadam. So, and then of course we have seen this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. These are all the Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. These are all the 9 processes of devotional service, of which first we are most important. Shravanam is hearing, that's what we are doing at the moment. Kirtanam, reciting, that's what we have done and we are doing. And Smaranam, remembering. See, normally when we have free time, what do? We just think about some Bill Gates or some COVID or our mind, because it's not something is going on, or whatever the news we have read that comes up in the mind. So, like my wife just opened while we are coming, she just opened the mobile and said, "Oh," she said. I was worried. I was driving and I said, "Oh," and is anything? Then she said, "What happened?" But anyway, I didn't actually, because I'm used to her. When she's away, I'll say, there won't be any reaction from her. I'll say, okay, tell me what is it. He said, just today morning somebody shot someone at Middle Park, 76-year-old. He opened the door, someone came and shot him and ran away. So, news, but what I do is, when I get some free time, I think I recite, try to remember these shlokas or think about the pastimes of the Lord. Then you get very nice, especially when I am taking bath. I try to recite all the shlokas, whatever I am trying to remember. So one of the shlokas recently I learned, I don't know, I hope I'll get it now. It's what is that? Chapter 11. Oppenheimer's famous shloka. Anyone seen that movie, Oppenheimer? No one, sir? Ayushman? Oh, come on. You're young.
It's only
Nuclear,
one dialogue, is it?
nuclear bomb. Yeah, no, but the movie.
No.
Anyway, so that verse number 11.32. So that is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmin Loka Kshayakrit Pravruddho Lokan Samahrutam Iva. So anyway, I just read it this morning. Krute Vittam Yapratyanikeshu Yoda. So basically the meaning of that verse is that I come as a time to destroy everyone. Krishna is saying, everyone in this battlefield are going to be killed, except you, Pandavas. Everything will be killed. Everyone will be killed, he is saying. So that is Kala Rupa. That is Krishna coming as time. Time destroys everything. We have not seen anyone who survived time so far. Except there is some rumors that there is, Sugriva comes sometimes to Srilingam temple, or what's that, Dronacharya's son, Ashwadhama, he comes to some temple to worship or something like that, but no one actually. Similarly, so many civilizations, so many things, they are all destroyed, and that is Kala Rupa, time. That is the most powerful. Kalosmi loka kshaya krutra buddho lokan samasutam iva marapi. So, anyway, we just spoke about this one, types of hearing: ignoring, pretending to be hearing, selective hearing, attentive hearing, emphatic hearing. So, some of the examples of this are Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu. So when who was telling in the Mahabharata? Krishna was actually Arjuna was telling about Chakravyuha to not Arjuna. Yeah.
Krishna was telling to Subhadra.
No.
Arjuna was telling to
Exactly.
Why she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abhimanyu was.
She's like,
Yeah. So she's ignoring. But then Abhimanyu actually heard it.
Only the entrance word, not the exit.
Yeah. Because by then we realized actually she's not, she's just ignoring, she's sleeping or whatever. And Arjuna stopped. So, and then what's the next one? Pretending to be hearing is Prahlad. This is also Kayadu when she is in womb. Narad Rishi takes when when Prahlad Maharaj is in the womb of Kayadu, Narad Rishi takes because Hiranyakashipu goes to perform austerities. So the Devatas, they think, okay, this is our good time. Let us go and kill all the demons, and they are killing everyone. And they also wanted to kill the baby in the womb of Kayadu, basically Hiranyakashipu's son. But then Narad Rishi came and said that you can't kill him because he is a great Mahabhagavata. And they listened to him and they went away. And then Narad Rishi took Kayadu to his ashram, and then he was explaining all this Srimad Bhagavad and everything. So that Mataji, she was just sleeping, but Prahlad Maharaj from the womb, he was hearing everything. That's why he became a great devotee. And then Ajamil. Ajamil unintentionally chanted the names of Lord. He was not calling Lord, he was just calling his son Narayan. And then he was saved from Yamadutas. And then, of course, Narad Muni and Parikshit Maharaj. Puna Rupa Leela. So different types of kirtan. This we are seeing now. Basically, Leela means Srimad Bhagavatam, the pastime of the Lord. Puna and Rupa means, we have seen the Chorashtakam, so where we explain. And then, what is that? Kartik Man mein kya? What is that?
Damodarashtakam.
So all these. And then, okay, so let's come to chanting. So here, this is actually the most important part of our sadhana, chanting. So in chanting, there are three types: Nama Parad, Nama Abhas, and Shuddha Nam. So the first stage is Nama Parad. When someone is new, they're chanting, they're not paying, they are actually committing offenses, mistakes while chanting, they are not chanting attentively. Then it's called Nama Parad. Means basically they are chanting but they are committing mistakes. But then the Lord is so merciful that He will forgive the devotees if someone do Nama Parad. But then they don't get a lot of benefit from that stage until they come to Nama Abhas. Nama Abhas is a chaya, it's a reflection of this Shuddhanam. Nama Abhas, they are actually getting a little bit like a reflection, like moon shining in the water. It's a reflection, it's still moon, but in the water. Like that, there is a chaya, Nama Abhas. So this is the stage where their anarthas and all the problems slowly are going away. Because it is said that one of the characteristics of devotional service, the first thing is Shubhada. Auspiciousness comes into life. And then all the problems actually go away. Anyway, the third one is Shuddhanam, which is the topmost. So to get to this, we need to avoid some of the offenses. My first one,
To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
okay. Second one,
To consider the names of the demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the name Lord Vishnu.
third one,
To disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
fourth,
To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version.
Sorry?
To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Yeah. So, offenses are called aparads. There's two things: offenses and then sins. What is the difference? Sins and offenses. Anyone knows? Or papa and aparad.
Offenses maybe we do knowingly and sins maybe we'll incur unknowingly.
No. But good
बड़े
is.
लेवल पे हो गए वो फ्रेंड्स छोटे छोटे
Sin actually aparad is actually in the devotional service especially. Aparad is when you do any of these things, then aparad happens. But sins are those things which are like when you commit, which are not committed intentionally, but they are coming from our background. For example, somebody is used to eating non-veg, but then he's trying to become a devotee. So he's chanting Hare Krishna mantra, but he's still eating non-veg. So that is, eating non-veg is a sin. But then the chanting of Hare Krishna is so powerful that it will actually destroy all the sins committed by him, and also slowly the habit also goes away without making any effort. Similarly, if someone has this habit of just taking what is that good for health drink every day, doctors say
Yakult.
not Yakult, drink spirit जिससे लोगों का हिम्मत बढ़ता है, मानसिक संतुलन होता है. So people, because we all come from, people come from different, so these are all called as anarthas. Anarthas means existing, what you call vasanas, coming from our previous lives or this life. So those anarthas will go away. That's not a problem. When you start chanting, when you are performing devotional service, they will just go away. That's not a problem. But if someone commits aparads, which is these ones, one of these ones, then that is actually more serious. What happens when someone commits aparads is someone boards, what is it, Rajdhani Express. Rajdhani Express has very limited stops, isn't it? Or goes straight, Duronto Express, whatever, non-stop trains. And then suddenly they commit some aparad. Then they get transferred from Rajdhani Express to passenger train. So what happens to passenger train? Stops at every station. And there is a chance that you might get distracted, you may get down at one of the station, do something, or idhar to bhi chale jao. So it's hard for you to reach the destination. So that is what is doing aparads. So number 1, 2, and 3, these are all, Hari Guru Vaishnava. These are all offenses to the Lord. First one is Vaishnava, the devotees. Second one to the Lord. And third one is Guru. So, let's discuss about this third one. One day, it was a nice, wonderful day in Swarga. Indra was having a wonderful time. So all the apsaras are dancing. Indra is enjoying a nice show. And then Indra's Guru, Brihaspati, came. And Brihaspati is the Guru of all the Devatas. So he came and then he saw Indra, and then Indra was busy watching this musical show, whatever. But Brihaspati was a little bit upset. What is this? And Guru is not even respecting me. But anyway, he goes to him and then he gives it garland. Normally someone gives, so that they give, he still gives the mercy like that. Garland they diya unko to Indra. And then what did Indra do? That what should I do with this one? It's going to disturb me. I want to be free. Okay, he gave it to his Airavat, his elephant. An elephant, of course, is just still, even though it's in Devaloka or whatever, still it's an animal. So she just threw that garland down, and then she crushed the garland. She's having some nice time. Then Brihaspati got upset. He felt, not being given proper respect. So he just walked away. He adopted the method of Amit Prabhu. He disappeared from the scene. So, and then after everything is over, the Indra suddenly, after the musical show, everything is over, the Indra suddenly realized, "Oh, where is Gurudev? Guru Maharaj is gone." Now, how the Devatas they get these powers? Because they perform all these yajnas and everything for the Lord, and that's how they get the energy. And then who does it? Guru, actually, spiritual master actually tells them, do this, you do that. Now, Devata's Guru is not there, and then they don't know what to do other than just enjoying life in the heavenly planets. And then suddenly their punya, their piety, their power started to diminish. And also, actually, if someone disobeys or disrespects Guru, their power, their tejas, everything goes away automatically. So the Devatas started losing all their power. And then the demons को news मिल गया. WhatsApp or whatever, they got the news that Devatas Guru Brihaspati got upset. Channel 7 or 9 में आ गया. He walked away, he disappeared, never to be seen. And they are all searching for him. And then demons thought, oh wow, now the Devatas are becoming, slowly, उनका power चले जा रहा है. So this is what is material world. In material, what happens is sometimes mode of goodness, sometimes mode of passion, sometimes mode of ignorance. They actually takes higher position. So all the demons, they came and they started fighting with the Devatas, and all the Devatas, they don't have any power, they don't have any Guru, because Guru is the one who gives them all the mantras and all the shastras or all these weapons. So they just disappeared, and it's a big story anyway. But then they thought, okay, let us appoint one temporary priest, because we need somebody to actually do this. And they appointed someone named Pasta. What's his name? Can't remember, sorry. This person, he is actually related to the Devatas. So they appointed him as their priest. And he was doing all the pujas and everything. And then, while he was doing the pujas, because he is related to the demons, he was offering some oblations for Devata's welfare. He's got two heads. So with one head he was offering to Devatas, and for other head he was doing for demons. So seeing this, Indra got upset. Oh my God! Now I hired him, I paid him money or whatever. And then he's actually working for the demons. So looking at this, Indra actually went and killed him. He chopped off his head. Now,
Both or just one?
both heads. I mean, heads are there, neck is only one. So anyway, so this is just to disobey or disrespect spiritual master. Then what happens is, because he killed a Brahmana, then there is something called Brahmahatya Patak. That Brahmahatya Patak took the body of a very old deceased woman with all the blood and pus coming from the body, and then she started chasing Indra. So Indra was running everywhere, and then she's chasing him. Finally, Indra has to go and hide in a pond, in the lotus stem of a pond, and he has to wait there for so many years. And then finally, Indra requested some people to share this, what do you call, Brahmatya Patak. And then some people have shared it. So, water has shared some of it, land has shared some of it, and then like that. What is it?
And lady, I think he did four. Tree, lady, water.
Trees, yeah, trees also, and then yeah. So anyway, it's a big story. Finally, somehow Indra got out of it. Then this pujari was killed. His father Thrasta, he performed one more sacrifice, and he created a big demon called Vrutrasra. And Vrutrasra started. He was a very powerful demon, and then he started fighting them. So many things. So it's anyway. So when someone disobeys the orders of spiritual master or disrespects, that's what happens. So it is said that it's an interesting thing. When someone commits aparadh, they will lose interest in the spiritual life. So initially they might be very much interested, coming to the temple, chanting, doing everything. But then when they commit some aparadh, they lose the interest. I've seen some live examples. I've seen, there used to be one Prabhuji in the temple. He used to come dressed nicely every time, do kirtan, nice, Prabhupada, arti, everything nicely he used to do. He's a young boy, like about 25 years, 26 years. He used to do. And then one day he had an argument with some other devotee, same age. And then this person actually slapped the other Prabhu. So then immediately after that, he lost his taste. He stopped coming to temple, stopped doing kirtan, Krishna. I think it's been about 4 or 5 years. I've never seen him. One time I saw him in South Melbourne market, and then he was like really crazy. He became really crazy. Like he was wearing he had a tattoo here and then half shirt as a pen. So it is said that Krishna actually, when someone commits some offenses, sometimes Krishna, to save them, he will actually create material desires in them so that they go away from the devotees. Because at least when they go away from the devotees, they don't commit further aparadhs. They will only commit sin, means they might eat non-veg or whatever. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanati name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna says that, my dear Arjuna, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So, the sins will go away. Once they repent for whatever they have done and they come back and they start practicing, they'll go away. But if they actually commit aparadhs, then they'll actually go to hell. So that's why we have to be very, very careful, avoiding these aparadhs. Any questions or comments?
Second proposition. Second one. What's the meaning of second one?
What is the names of demigods of Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal? So basically what it is in Brahma Samhita there is a nice prayer. What is that? Where it says that the difference between Lord Vishnu and Shiva is like milk and yogurt. We have explained in the last classes how Sadashiva actually resides 3/4 of Sadashiva Kailash is in spiritual world, 1/4 in the material world. So he is as good as equal to Krishna, but then still he is not above Krishna or equal to Krishna. So that is yeah. Actually, there is the second one, that is a story in Ramayana. One king, by out of ignorance, he commits a big mistake. Like he happens to kill somebody by mistake or something. And then he was feeling very bad. Arey, how to do prayashchitta, kaisa karna hai, what to do? Then he goes to a rishi, a famous saint, to ask him for clarification, kya karna hai. And then when he went to the ashram of the rishi was not there. His son was there. And then son was there. Son also equally knowledgeable. So, and son recognized the king and said, "Oh Maharaj Jage, please come see what can I do for you." And then he explained it. And then he said, "Please give me some time. I'm not very expert. Let me refer to all the shastras, everything. I'll tell you the solution." And then finally, after referring to a few shastras, he said, "Okay, Maharaj, I'm giving a solution for your problem. Please, with all your faith and dedication and everything, you recite, you chant the names of Lord Sri Ram 3 times." He said, "Just say Sri Ram 3 times, then your sin will be gone." So, and the king he thought, okay, 3 bar kyun, better do it 6 times. Okay, he does 6 times, and then he feels a bit relieved, and he's going back. When he is going back, the boy's father is coming. So the rishi is coming. So again he meets the king and says, "What happened? I came for this purpose, and your son, he did actually suggest me a very good solution. He asked me to chant the names of Lord Rama 3 times, and I chanted, and then I feel now great relief." And then this person was so upset. He said, "My dear king, can you please do me a favor? Can you please throw my son out of your kingdom? He should be sent to forest. He's done a big crime." So king goes, "Kya bola? What did he do? What?" He says, "How dare he say that you need to chant 3 times the names of Lord Rama? 1 time is enough. Why did he say 3 times?" So that is the power of the names of Lord. Or Aishman?
What about Rameshwaram, right? When Sita was in Lanka and Lord Rama was going to protect her, and he prayed to ocean, right? That give me the way. The ocean didn't listen to his prayer, right? So he made a sibling up and he prayed that. So how does can you throw some light on
No.
this?
See, Rama Avatar is actually
Why he was worshipping God?
Yes. Because Rama Avatar, Lord Rama is showing to the people how a perfect human being should be. A perfect human being, not a. When Krishna, everyone actually knows Krishna is Supreme Lord, and of course the demoniac people, they didn't believe, or they were envious of him. Like for example, Duryodhana was thinking, when Krishna comes for this negotiations, we'll tie him up and put him in the jail. Then all the Pandavas will lose. So they tried to tie Krishna, but Lord Rama, he was just like he was acting like a normal human being, because that is the benediction Ravan asked for. He said, "I should not be killed by any god or demigod or anyone, except monkeys are human being." He thought, monkeys kya karenge, human being kya karenge, no. So to fulfill that, the Lord Vishnu came as Sri Ram. And that's why whatever things, it is said that whatever things Lord Rama did, you should see and learn from him. And then, but you don't actually follow whatever Krishna does, because whatever Krishna does, that is just impossible. But you listen to what Krishna says. So Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gave Uddhava Gita, you listen to it and then you follow it. But then Lord Rama, you can actually see his activities and you can follow. So to set an example, Lord Rama was worshipping Lord Shiva to show people the right way.
So Prabhuji,
And even before, sorry, 1 minute. Even before the Mahabharata war, Krishna asked Arjuna to go and worship Durga Devi. He says, so there is in Mahabharata, there is a shlokas called Durga Stuti, recited by Arjuna. So Krishna advises Arjuna to go and worship Durga so that you are going to be victorious in the war. And he does that. And Durga Devi comes and blesses him. So this is all teaching people how to Maryada. Sorry.
Why is Rama worshipping? Why is Rama worshipping Shiva and Hanuman worshipping Rama? I mean, you're getting the point.
Yes.
Vishnu and Shiva intertwined.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. No, so see, Supreme Lord comes in different forms. It's not just Rama as a human being. He also comes as Matsya. He also comes as Kurma. He also comes as Varaha. Whatever forms he comes, he is still Supreme Lord. But the reason when Rama is acting like a human being is because he came up as a human being. And then he was worshipping Lord Shiva because he is Vishnu himself. So he can't actually worship himself. No. He can't actually create a... So,
Why not Brahma? Why not Brahma?
why not Brahma? I told you, no, Krishna, Vishnu and Shiva are very almost like equal. So, but Brahma is, there's many Brahmas, but there is only one Sadashiva. So every universe there is a Brahma.
Like in Gita it said, don't worship demigods, right? If you, for the benediction or if you need anything, right? Just worship me and I'll fulfill your desires. Then why did Krishna say, Arjuna, go to Durga Mata and just please her? So how does it, like, it confused me sometimes.
Because see, even here also, you are free to worship any demigods. There is no one stopping. But the thing is, what consciousness you are playing and what benedictions you are asking. See, Krishna wanted Arjuna to finish off all the, kill all these Kauravas and then become famous, get a name for him. So, and Arjuna, the reason Arjuna is going to Durga Devi and worshipping her is for the same reason, for the same consciousness, that what Krishna wanted. So sometimes Krishna wants to give, because he is Supreme Lord, so he don't want to take credit for everything. That's why he tell you go to, so he will also, for example, the Samudra Manthan was happening, then they need this mountain, Meru mountain, as for churning the ocean, and then Vasuki as a snake to tie around the mountain. But then when they put it, when they tried to lift it, they could not lift it. And then Vishnu came and lifted the mountain, put it on his Garuda and took it to the ocean. And then they put it in the ocean. And when they put it in the ocean again, the mountain is not staying, it's going into the water. Then again Vishnu took the form of Kurma avatar. And then he was actually floating. So on his back, the mountain was floating. And then when they are churning this mountain, it's like his back, scratching his back. He was having some nice fun. So much Krishna has done, Vishnu has done. But then when the Vasuki gave out this the halahal came from the ocean, churning of the ocean, then he wanted to give credit to Lord Shiva. He said, please, take it. And then Lord Shiva took all the halal, that is going to destroy the whole world. He took it and then he put it in his throat. Who can take it? One drop poison, finish. But this is the poison that can destroy the whole world. Shiva actually condensed it and put it in his throat. So Vishnu is glorifying his glorifying. He don't want to take credit everything for himself. He wants others to be glorified as well. And similarly, Durga Devi is none other than she was born as a Narayani. She's born before Krishna was born. So that's why she's called as Narayani. So Krishna gives credit to everyone. And to show certain example, even in the gopis of Vrindavan, they used to worship Katyayani. So why they are worshipping Katyayani? Because they would go and worship Katyayani, say praying that please give Krishna as our husband. So that is allowed. So okay, you can worship. But then what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita is you don't go to demigods to ask for any benefit other than Krishna conscious getting to me. You can go and ask, because after all they are all powerful personalities. You can go and tell them to guide them to Krishna, and they will be happy to do that. When Prachetas, again in Srimad Bhagavatam you see Prachetas, they are the sons of Prachina Barhi. They go to meditate underwater for thousands of years, tapasya. So when they go there, Rudra comes and he gives Rudra Gita. Rudra Gita is nothing but a glorification of Lord Vishnu. So he gives them the Rudra Gita for them to recite underwater for thousands of years so that they get actually liberation. So like that. So no confusion. In Ramayana actually it is explained when Indrajit actually what is that arrow? I can't remember that. By which Rama and Lakshmana
Serpent.
Nagpash, yeah. So they just stayed as if it's bound by them. So and then when Garuda came, Garuda could not believe, is this my master? Is this Vishnu? Then why is he bound by Garuda? Krishna does that, just for fun.
And Prabhu, I do remember from the Ramayana pastime only that Shivji come in the form of a beggar to just have the darshan of the Ram as a baby, and then late I don't know, and the Hanuman also come during, and Hanuman come as a monkey with, he bring Hanuman also to have that. So I was listening to somebody else.
Cartoons.
Sorry?
Cartoons?
Not cartoon.
I saw it as a cartoon.
You saw the cartoon?
There was sloka in Bhagavatam,
Yeah.
like Deyaya Sarbutesu Santustai En Kenba Sarvindriya Shantya Cha Tusyati Asho Jandardana. So in this, like Durvasa Maharishi, right? He was a very saintly person, but still like he was not able to control his senses. Then how come he's very dear to the God? Because if you are pure devotee, then the anger should be controlled, So sometimes like those were like very high transcendental personalities, but still they never justify, like.
But Durvasa is not a pure devotee. He is a Ashtanga yogi. He is a mystic yogi. Okay. So they do a lot of tapasya, and people who do a lot of austerities, tapasya, because of performing so much tapasya in the sense that they sit meditating in the cold waters or in the fire burning or all these things. This is tapasya, too much austerities, then their heart becomes hard. Actually, that is what I wanted to explain about Durvasa Rishi, how he was offended by Ambarish Maharaj. You know that story, no? Srimad Bhagavatam. Durvasa Rishi offends, so he, आपको पता है ना, you know that story, no? Durvasa Rishi offends Ambarish Maharaj, who is a pure devotee. Yeah. So, and then what happens? Sudarshan Chakra starts chasing Durvasa. And then Durvasa runs everywhere. He goes to Indra, he goes to Shiva, he goes to Vishnu as well. And Vishnu says that I can't do anything. I'm totally under my devotee. No. So if you want relief from this Sudarshan Chakra, go back to Ambarish Maharaj and ask for forgiveness. And if he forgives you, then you will be saved. And then Durvasa Rishi goes and catches the feet of Ambarish Maharaj, who is just a normal king, no? When you say. But Ambarish Maharaj is a pure devotee, whereas Durvasa Rishi is a Ashtanga yogi, mystic yogi. So, with his mystic power, he created a demon, and the demon was coming to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But Ambarish Maharaj, he did not move from there. Okay, if this is what Lord wants, let it happen. And then Sudarshan Chakra came and killed the demon, and then it was going after Durvasa Rishi. So, Ambarish Maharaj felt he feels very bad. No, because devotees are humble, so he says, oh, what is this? Such a big rishi coming and touching my feet. And then he requests Sudarshan Chakra to please forgive him. And then he glorifies the Sudarshan Chakra in that whole chapter. And says, please forgive him and please let him go. Like that. And then Durvasa Rishi is saved. And also that is one more pastime. One time all these rishis, they wanted to have a test who can control their anger and everything. Supreme Lord. Who is the Supreme Lord? The Supreme Lord is the one who can control everything, anger, happiness, and all this. They wanted to test. So Durvasa Rishi says, I am going to test it. Is it Durvasa Rishi or? Bhrugumani. Yes, thank you, Mother. So Bhrugumani says, I will go and test. And then he goes to Brahma. And then he says something. And Brahma immediately gets angry. And then he says, कुछ भी बोला ही नहीं इनको गुस्सा है, then what kind of God is he? He doesn't have any control. He goes from the Brahmalok. Then he goes to Kailash. He was about to say something again. And Shiva was also about to fire him. I said, nahi chalega. He doesn't have control. And then he go to Vaikuntha. And then he actually kicks on the chest of Lord Vishnu. And then Lord Vishnu says, oh my dear Bhrigu, your feet are so soft. My chest was hard. Your feet must have been hurt. And then he was massaging the feet. So that is. Then Rishi says, wow, this is Supreme Lord. No, he doesn't have anger, lust, greed. So, sorry, let's finish this one. Man, continue.
To give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. To commit sinful activities in the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. To consider chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter.
So, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord means
All those Babas.
and then to commit sinful activities on strength of chanting holy names means मैं तो इतना कर रहा हूँ ना chanting इतना, maybe I can do some nonsense, I can do some gambling, थोड़ा horse racing ऐसा कुछ करेंगे. No, it's not going to. So, and then chanting of Hare Krishna mantra क्या है? This is something like another कर्म कांड हम करते ना, घर में पूजा करते ना, ये भी ऐसी है ना, just keep no, this is chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is the topmost one. It's not karma kanda. Means chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you can't expect to go to heaven or anything like that. You can only go back to Golok Vrindavan, finish all the problems. Because even if you go to heaven, then you have to come back again. Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna nanu pechyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. Brahma loka to Patal loka. Wherever one takes birth, they have to go cycles again. and then instruct a faithless. Now this is my mereko bolo aisa. One is you have to tell glories of the Lord to everyone, but then how to instruct a faithless person? Preaching is the essence. Prabhupada said, what is that? Preaching is the essence. Books are the basis. Or kya matlab utility is the principle. So preaching is the essence, but then people don't have faith. Then how do you preach to them? Because problem is when you try to preach to people who don't have faith, then they might actually blaspheme. They might blaspheme. They might say something bad. With that, they might get actually bad reaction, and they might go to hell or whatever. So why do we create so much trouble for other people? No, let them be like that. No, why? So that's why it says, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, do not disturb ignorant people. If someone is doing something, so let them do. But then how to preach to them? This is $1 million question. How you preach to them is by just making them hear Hare Krishna mantra. Like when you go to Harinam in the city, our devotees, they are going in the Swanston Street and all the streets chanting, and then these Aussies and all these, they don't know anything. They say, they would just jokingly say Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, and they will also come and dance and all that. So they will get some sukruti, they will become purified, or give them some prasadam, because prasadam actually purifies the consciousness. Once they get it, then they get some faith. Then they come to the temple, they find out, oh, what is this Hare Krishna? Where is the temple? Then you can preach to them. But don't preach to the faithless people. So, and then to not have complete faith in chanting of Hare Krishna, holy names, and to maintain material attachments here not to understand. Matlab, around something I am doing, but I don't know, काम करेगी नहीं करेगी, just let us having multiple options, ऐसा ना. So not like that. So, and also, what is that final thing, mind? It is also an offense to not chant attentively. Bahu janma kare yadi shravana kirtana tabutana apaya Krishna paripremadana. If one commits any of these offenses, or if one is not chanting attentively, then you will not get any result. So that's, and then you wonder, अरे इतने साल से chanting कर रहा हूँ मैं, and then कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. No, they say in the books that when you chant, your eyes are what, tears are coming from the eyes, the hair on the body is standing. अच्छा सुनते पढ़ते हैं book में, but मेरे को तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा, nothing is happening. You think? Because that is the science. First is to avoid all these aparads. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this is of all the aparads, Vaishnava aparad is the most dangerous, offending a Vaishnava. Because it's, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it's like a mad elephant offense. Mad elephant matlab, if there's an elephant who is mad, and then it comes to a nice garden, what does it do? Destroys everything, all the trees, everything in no time. Similarly, if someone commits Vaishnava aparad, then their whole devotional life is destroyed. So that's why we have to be very careful. And then keep chanting, have complete faith in chanting. Okay, any, is after this anything? Last one. Thank you. Any questions or comments?
So गुरुजी, जो कुल देवी देवता है, कहते हैं उनकी पूजा भी फर्स्ट कोई भी वर्शिप करने से पहले या कोई भी करने से पहले उनकी पूजा करते.
You can do that, no problem.
So अगर
What changes is your consciousness. Like you don't, उनको ऐसा आप मुझे, you don't treat them like they are the supreme lord, ऐसा नहीं.
ऐसा तो नहीं, पर जैसे
so customs, traditions, everything you can follow. Whatever you are doing, you can do.
But you don't need to be like one.
You don't need to. Oh, actually, this Madhavendra Puri is a great devotee. Madhavendra Puri actually said a nice prayer. He said, "My dear Sandhya Devi, all glories to you. All glories to you. But since I have taken up this worshipping Lord Krishna, I don't have time to chant Gayatri. Please forgive me. People might call me mad person. That's okay. But please forgive me." So, Madhavendra Puri says, so doing Gayatri is the most important thing a Brahmana can do. 3 times Trikala Gayatri, Trikala Sandhya. And Madhavendra Puri is saying, please forgive me. I don't have time for Gayatri. I have to chant Krishna mantra, worship Lord Krishna. So, if someone is on that level, they can do that. Or if someone is aspiring for that level, तो just like simply अगर आप करें तो कुछ गलत नहीं है. Even if you don't do also, no problem.
इवन पिंड दान जैसे हमारे में काफ़ी बताया गया है, लेकिन यदि आप इस मंत्र का जाप करते हैं तो आपको पिंड दान करने की भी जरूरत नहीं होती, राइट? लाइक दिस इज व्हाट.
Yes, when you are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, yeah, but then you have to see how much powerful you are, so what sincerity and all that. So you have to go to a certain stage to actually give up. See, there is something called Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we follow certain rules and regulations, and then we worship. And then Raganuga Bhakti is spontaneous. You get to one platform where you actually treat Krishna like your lover or your son or your. We are not on that platform yet. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to Gaya to do Pindadan for his father. It's not required, but what I do on my father's anniversary, I call Vrindavan, our ISKCON temple in Vrindavan, and then there's wonderful Mukund Datta Prabhu, he is the head pujari. I tell him to pray for my father and forefathers. So he does a nice prayer. In the Goshala they do the puja. He does a nice prayer and then he cooks a nice feast, offers them to the Lord Krishna there and gives the prasadam to the forefathers. That way everything is so forefathers also getting Krishna prasadam.
Prabhu, in the whatever the Prabhu asked the question, the same question Arjuna also asked to Krishna in the second chapter. That if we fight and if everything is gone, so who will give the oblations to my forefathers?
Yeah, when you do Bhagavad Gita, we can do all that. Prabhuji, Arjuna asked, Mayank actually reminded me, Arjuna asked the same question to Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. When you do Bhagavad Gita, we'll read that. He says that when I kill everybody, सब कुछ पिंडदान कौन करेगा बोलते पूछता है. Okay, what is time? Things have come. So
9:10.
Oh, 9:10. Okay.